one of the things you want most in a crisis is to be able to look up to somebody who has real authority and control of resources and has to make decisions that will affect you, and to look at them and say, this is a person I'm willing to trust. Because if you look at them and you think, I don't think they know what they're doing, or they're crooked, or they've got another agenda, then you really have no basis on which to feel you can relax, mobilize your own energies and move forward and so on. So what gives people the ability to trust a leader, in my view, is a sense that this leader is a grown-up. And by grown-up, I mean that this is someone who um, has moved through enough of life's developmental stages and absorbed their own learnings from various challenges, maybe traumas, difficulties, and so on, to get to the point where they have some wisdom. I mean, these are very common or garden terms I'm using, but that's deliberate because I don't think leadership is a mysterious, complex thing that you can only learn in an MBA program. We know when we're in the presence of a good leader who we can trust. They may have flaws, sure, everybody does, but there's something about a leader who knows that they're a leader. That's the other thing. You've got to have, a lot of people have no interest in being a leader. That's not what they're here for. They're not drawn to it. But then I've known many, many people who it's very obvious that they love the challenge of leadership. So when I'm in a crisis, I want to look to that sort of level of authority and decision making and see that this is somebody who loves their job, who really wants to be a leader, isn't trying to dodge the bullet and get out of it, and is psychologically and emotionally enough of a grown-up that um, they're not going to do things to cover up what's really going on inside them. Because, of course, the most obvious thing to say about a crisis is that it is stressful. And Gareth and I talked quite a lot about this as we were writing the book. The immense stress that is placed on people in leadership positions during these two crises we discussed in the book. To me, as someone who is not a natural organizational leader, I am in awe of what these people did. And interviewing some of the leaders for the drought project, so the drought was well over by the time we got them into studio. One of the most common things they said was how in the weeks and months after the drought was sort of seen off, they fell badly ill and they were really out of it for weeks in some cases. And I thought that is simply a measure of how unbelievably stressful it is. So with that degree of stress, you want your leader to be someone who's pretty robust in their knowing who they are